Alright. I'm going for a little ride. Ain't been out in a few days. It's not cold, but it's windy. It's satisfied mind. I lost every time. Satisfied. Is that a TV? Yes, it is. That's a flat screen TV over there, folks. If I was still scrapping, I'd get that thing. That's got a bunch of gold tabs and stuff in it. Well, look at all this trash. All this trash. I'm gonna go down through here a minute, see how these as y'all can see, I got these root balls on there. I'm trying to root these. I'll have two little trees. How you doing?
What's in there?
Huh?
What's in there?
I got two little root balls on this thing. I'm trying to get them to root.
Oh.
I got permission from the guy that owns this to do that. That'll make two little trees there real quick. I put them balls on there.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Yeah, and I'll just come by and check on. I won't be pulling them off till about March. It takes about 3 or 4 months.
Oh, I can bet, yeah.
I like piddling with that stuff. I'd like to get one up here, but he didn't give me permission to do that. That would be a bigger one. But that's them Japanese plums. You ever eat them things?
The Mexicans do.
They're pretty good.
That's what they say. I never tried one.
Yeah, they're awful good. They're awful sweet. You have a good day, sir. How you doing? I never did count how many trailers he's got in here. Now my landlady, my landlord, she used to own this park in here. She owns several places in here. But you know what? I think I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I'm gonna look at this over here. I'm gonna look at this, and them bromeliads, or whatever you call them, now the cold weather's got hold of them. Looks like the cold weather's been working on them too. And I'd have a cutting off of that, but I don't have permission. And yeah, the landlady used to own all this in here, and she owned this strip mall right on the street here, the liquor store and all that stuff. You know what? That car right there is 19 years old. And they want right at $4,000 for that thing. That car right there. Oh, good Lord. It is 23 years old. Good Lord. $3,000 cash. You know, and here, you know what? A car, when it's 20 years old, is considered an antique. That's when you can get a tag on your car that says antique. And that truck right there for $7,000 cash, it's been sitting here a while. That is an 01. So what it's 20 years old, 21 years old. Lord have mercy. And there's a 2010, $8,000. Oh, Lord. That one there, that's a 2010. Good Lord. $15,500 cash, and it's a 2010, so it's 12 years old. Golly, there's one for $16,900. Jeez, believe that. I could get down there and get that can, but I'm not going to. Chrissy's all about you, salon and spa. I guess that's a beauty parlor. GoPro, stop recording. How y'all doing? Y'all have a good day. Yeah, he's home. But, wow. Wow. Man, oh boy, those froze. Look at that on top, those froze. You know what? Since I'm here, I think I'm going to get me a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's not a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a bunch more of these. People think I'm crazy, I guess. Alright, I got me a good little bunch there. But now I know that the freezing weather will get them. So, alright. Got my things. Now, well, there's another can for James's dad. Put that in there. Not looking for anything in particular. Oh. You know what? There's another can for James's dad. I reckon I'm gonna turn around and head back. We'll go down here and see how this man's plums are doing. Because I'm gonna start me a bunch more of them when I get more seeds. I'm wishing now I'd have started more. But yeah, I can see them on there from here. There's gonna be a bunch on there again. Yeah, it's gonna be loaded. My goodness. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if you can root one of these things. I'm wondering. I don't know. Right there's a piece I can cut off of there. I'm gonna, am I recording? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just wondering if you can root them. I'm gonna try it. You never know. You never know. You never know. Anyway, trying that. I'm gonna go down here and see if any more of them cactuses fell off down there. And yep, there's a piece done fell. There's all kind of pieces done fell. I'll put that in there. There's a big old piece fell off over there. Boy, that thing is huge. It is huge. And see, folks, if you want pear cactus, you can take a piece like that. You can take a piece like that. All them pieces will make new plants. I done. I'm gonna get that one. Yeah, all these pieces. And you can lay them in the dirt. You just lay them in the dirt, kind of push them down in the dirt, and they'll start growing. They'll start making a whole new plant. I may come back and get some more of them.
Neighborhood, old man.
I'm getting cuttings off of plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Just something to do. Oh, she got a haircut.
Yeah, it's gonna grow you some.
Yeah.
Man, that stuff's good for burns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like cactus is. A lot of people don't know that.
Huh?
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, there's a big old tree of them over there, and these pieces fall off on the ground, and I pick them up.
Plants?
Huh?
You got any aloe plants?
Yeah, I got aloe.
I got a whole patch of it, like a garden.
Yeah, I got a bunch of aloe. I got some of them grapefruits that's laying on the ground over there. Them things are good.
I see my truck in your.
Yeah, but I can't get none. Ouch! Can't get none up in them trees.
I see my truck in your what's called.
Yeah, a matter of fact, I might go and. Is there any more on the ground?
Where's that?
The grapefruits.
I don't know, even to see.
Yeah.
You got the thing there. I just thought this for all them other people coming in my yard.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Using a crossover and
Am I? Let's see. Let me turn this dang thing off. You don't like that. GoPro, stop recording. All right. I'm going to stop by Clydes here, you know, the man with the $5,000 lawnmower. And see if he's got any more grapefruits laying on the ground. I see a few laying over here. Oh yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to go empty my basket. Go empty my basket. That might be a good one. That's a good, look at that good pink there on that. See that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go home and eat.
First tree right there.
Huh?
On that first tree right there, it's pink grapefruit.
It's what?
The pink grapefruit on the first tree there.
Alright. Yeah, there's a few laying around.
Yeah,
I like eating these things.
huh?
I like eating them.
Yeah, they good. Big mullet, that way on that mullet.
Did you plant them things here? Or did you plant these trees?
Huh?
Did you plant these trees here?
Yeah, the old lady did.
How long ago was that?
About 30 years.
Holy crap. Well, what you gonna do with all that stuff you pile on the other side of the fence?
Burn it.
You can burn it? It'd make a good fire.
Old lady's deceased now. She's deceased.
Yeah.
Had to cut it off there for the mail lady.
All right, I'm in here trying to get these things in the water and get them in their bottles and all that stuff. I got one guy, I forget his name, was complaining about. He was talking about my grandson's noise he makes when I was doing a video, and said it may be all right with me, but it was annoying as hell. And thinking about it, you got to understand, I don't have my hearing aids turned up loud when I'm in here. I got to shuck the leaves off of these things, and then I'm putting them in 1 cup of water, and then I'm gonna get my little bottle set up to, wow, I don't need all that. Don't need all that stem. Then I'll come back in here and go through them. I didn't realize I cut that many. I'm gonna do that and that. That's azalea. That's an azalea. I've been having trouble rooting azaleas, and I'm starting to think it's probably got a lot to do with the soil that I'm trying to root them in. And I've had people tell me that you you can't root azaleas in water. I don't know if that's so or not, but I've been told that. And I'm gonna stick that in. I'm gonna try to start rooting some of these golden dewdrops that's got a fork on it, and see if that works. I don't know if you can or not, but I'm gonna find out for sure. But yeah, he said it was annoying. Now I've got the door shut. He's in there, but he's not seemed to be making as much noise right now as he usually does. But I mean, I don't think he was trolling or anything like that. I think it would be annoying, you know, if you're sitting there trying to listen to me and then all of a sudden you got him going out with a big burst like he does. And I'm going to take that azalea bloom off of there. I'm going to take that dead leaf. I'm going to take that dead leaf and that dead leaf, put it in the cup. Now, all right, we're getting low. We're down to the small oranges now. They small oranges are tasty as the big ones, but you want the big ones. But we're right now at the end of it. Okay. I thought of something. Actually, it was this morning. I hadn't thought about in years. It was sometime during 1960. I was in Germany, in the army, and a couple of times a year your outfit goes on what they call maneuvers, you know. You go out training and you're moving your guns around and stuff, and I don't know where we was at. I don't think it was in Grafenfurt. It was, we were on maneuvers. Now, the guns we're on, they're tracked vehicles, kind of like a tank, and we're riding down in them things. And we stopped somewhere, and it was a whole town that was bombed out, and they never built it. It was from World War II, and they never built it back or something. I can't remember, but we had some downtime, and I just went out just looking around, exploring and stuff. And I come up on this thing. It was like a concrete pillbox. It was kind of big, but it was blown up, you know, and it was fell in, and the ceiling on that thing was like 3 foot thick, and it was, I don't know, it was blown up. And I got to looking around in there, and I was finding some little World War II artifacts and stuff, just small stuff, you know, and bullet casings and shrapnel of some kind, and so I was just exploring around, and I actually crawled down in this thing, and you had to really twist it. If somebody that was claustrophobic wouldn't have been able to do that, but I was doing that, and when I first saw it, it scared the crap out of me. And you got to remember, this was 1960, so it had only been 15 years since World War II ended. So it hadn't been that long. And I seen something over there, and it was, I couldn't tell for sure. I knew it was at least 2 dead bodies, or what was left of them. It might have been 3. It was hard to tell. And it wasn't like a big space or anything, and I could just barely see it. And I thought about it a minute, and I had a cigarette lighter, and like a Zippo, and I was flicking that thing on to get a better look, and it was 2 or 3 dead German soldiers. I could tell it was German soldiers, but the way the clothes, they had clothes on, but they was mostly bones. Oh. And I was thinking then, boy, some family would sure love to have those remains if that was their family. Oh. But, and they were the enemy in World War II, of course. So, during the war, they always said the only good German's a dead German and all that stuff. But I just got to thinking about that. What I should have done. I don't know if anybody ever found that. It was 15 years after the war, and I don't know if anybody ever found them or not, but I didn't report. To start with, I didn't have no business in there. I didn't. I was. I could have got in trouble, but there these 2 people were. I'm assuming they were men. Somebody's brother, somebody's son. For sure, somebody's son. And what it would have meant to their families to have them back, for closure, I guess. But I often used to think about that a lot, what I should have done. But then I was afraid of getting in trouble. And there were some souvenirs in there too. Well, I wouldn't call them that, I just, but ever since then, anytime I see movies or anything about the war, and I see Germans getting killed and everything, and now it crosses my mind, especially on these true life film that was made there showing. I remember seeing one, they shot a bazooka thing at this tank, a German tank, and it blew up, and the German soldiers was climbing out of there, and they was on fire and everything, and I just felt compassion for them, you know, and I'm thinking that somebody's dad, somebody's brother, or somebody's son. And I always had compassion for the other side as well. For anybody that's in a war like that. That's a terrible, terrible thing on both sides. And you could blame the war on Hitler and Hermann Goering and Jodl and the people like that, but you certainly couldn't blame it on the plain foot soldier that's out there on the ground. They're just following orders, and if you're in the military, you don't follow orders, you're in deep, deep doo-doo. I'm glad I didn't have to go through that. Sometimes I wish I had went through it. It may be a good thing that I didn't. I suppose if somebody was shooting at me, I could shoot at them. I don't know how I'd have felt about it, but when I found them 2 or 3 people, I felt bad all these years for not turning it in. And and they were clothed, you know, it was bones was all that was left, but they were clothed. And I would imagine, you know, you got a tag ID that you wear around your neck when you're in the military. And those things are about yay big, and they're kind of rectangle. And one corner of that thing's got a little notch in it. And that thing is so if you were killed, they take that tag and they put it, the notch part right between your 2 front teeth, and force it in there between your teeth, and that way you can be ID'd. And the Germans had about the same thing. I think they were more round, but I would almost bet you that their ID tags was there. You know, your ID tag had your name, your serial number, and my serial number was RA14686609. I don't guess I'll ever forget that. RA14686609. The RA means regular Army. That means you volunteered. If you was drafted, it would start with US and then the number. I don't know. To get out and kill each other because your government tells you to. The government tells you what you do. You got to have a military. It's a dang shame that all these different countries spending all this money on all this different stuff because they don't trust this country or that country. But that was that opened my eyes to a few things, and it actually put a, I still feel bad about it, that I didn't do that. And of course, the time I spent over there, you know, I come to really, really like the German people. And I'm not saying that just because I was in love with this German girl, you know, and we had a child that I didn't know about till 50 years later. I'd gone it. And I hadn't talked to her in a good while. That's still on my mind. Right now I'm having trouble getting it off of my mind. There was these 2 or 3 dead World War II soldiers. And them bunkers like that, them things was, golly, the roof was like 3 foot of concrete. The walls was like 3 foot of concrete. And they couldn't, and when they was destroyed, when we was winning the war and we was destroying them things, we wasn't destroying them because we was hitting them from outside. They had to go in there and plant explosives of some kind. They had to blow them up from the inside. I've seen many of them, but I never really, I've been in some that wasn't crushed so much. And then I was in that one, like that one, them 2 there, and it was just a mess, and I was crawling around there picking up little artifacts and stuff. And got off into this corner and up under a little ledge thing, and there they were. There they were. What's that noise? Where did that come from? I don't know. All right, guys. I've been kind of busy today. And we're just about out of oranges. And as you can see, they're not very big. I've got 3, I got 5 left. Now these are good. They're just small. But that's all we got left. Now there's about 5 or 6 in the very top of the tree, and we can't reach them. Can't reach them. And that'll be it till next Christmas. Yeah. I got the hiccups. Oh my goodness. I hate that. Let me drink something. Anyway, friends, I guess that's my story today, and I'm sticking to it. I feel for those families that probably, if they weren't ever found, I'm sure by now they've had probably dozed them things or something rather than let them sit there. But it was just outside. I think that was on the Siegfried line. That was a German line. I think that was on the Siegfried line. Man, I hated going on them maneuvers. They always wanted to do them in the dead of winter with 2 foot of snow on the ground. And you know what? Have you ever heard of yeller snow? On them maneuvers, the GI, if he had to take a pee, he would whip it out and piss on the snow. And every once in a while, you run across a big round circle on the snow that was yeller. Yellow snow. Oh my goodness. Yellow snow. Ah, that stuff was rough. Especially in Grafenberg, Germany. That's where we usually went. Matter of fact, that's where I was at when I re-enlisted in the army. We was on maneuvers when I done it, and I got a 30-day leave right starting immediately, and I got out of there. Man. All right, guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I appreciate all of you. I don't have many people watching my channel anymore. Maybe 15 or 20. Sometimes I get up to 50 or something. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in the next one. So, I'll see you.